What's up everybody, it's Neil Rice, and today we will be reviewing Gramps in Wynwood. Gramps is a bar slash venue spot which is known for its pizza, but even more than that, it's one of the only bars in Miami that still plays rock music on a somewhat regular basis. Keep in mind though, that doesn't mean that it plays rock 100% of the time. Watch the video for more information. Make sure to like the video and follow us on Instagram and TikTok, which I'm going to put on the screen right now. And if you're looking for something specific like the vibe, how the food tastes, or a link to their website, I put timestamps and useful links in the description below, so make sure to check it out. If there are any clubs, bars, restaurants, or even hotels that you'd like to see me review, please leave a comment below because I will be reading all of them and pulling ideas from there. So without further ado, let's begin the video. As I was saying before, Gramps is one of the only places in Miami that actively plays rock music and puts on rock shows as well. But they don't play rock music every single day, and I just want to make that clear. If you go back to the beginning of the video, I put together a little mashup, and those are all clips taken from Gramps. But not all of those clips are rock music. Like 2 of them are rock music, and then 1 of them is hip hop, and the other one is like some sort of EDM. And that's why I put them there, to show you guys the different types of music that you can expect when walking into Gramps. Now the music that's playing on any given day, that's going to be dependent on the DJ that's playing there. I'm going to put a screenshot on the screen right now so you can follow along, but generally speaking, Gramps has certain days dedicated to certain things. So for example, on Monday they have a open jazz jam. On Tuesdays they'll have like a open plug-in synth party slash jam type of thing. On Wednesday they'll have stand-up comedy and karaoke. Then on Thursdays they'll have drag shows. Fridays and Saturdays, that's kind of a toss-up. Like if they have an artist that's coming into town and they're booked for that day, then of course it'll go to them. Otherwise, they'll just have DJs spinning for that night. And the same thing goes with Sundays, where, you know, it's a toss-up on Sunday really. Sometimes, for example, I've seen them have a vintage market during the day. I've seen them have a band playing as well. And then they might do something completely different, like have the Miami Girls Rock Camp there. So it really depends. I highly recommend that you check their Instagram so you know what's going on the day that you plan to go. I also just want to add in, on some Saturdays they have an event called Take Me Out, and basically they play indie rock for the entire night. It's a special event, so if you're looking to hear rock music, be on the lookout for that. And I'm also going to be posting individual videos for each of these events, but at a later time, so be on the lookout for that as well. Let me just talk about the vibe really quick at Gramps. You know, they're pretty laid back. They have 3 main areas. They have the front patio, the main patio, and Shirley's Theater. And typically, there's different types of music being played at all 3. Now they do have a big dance floor where of course people go to dance, but they also have plenty of seating if you don't want to dance, you just want to come here, grab a bite to eat, grab a drink, and talk to your friends. You can definitely come here and do that. And the reason for that is that it's definitely not as loud as other bars. Like there's some bars out there where you can't hear the person directly in front of you. Gramps is not one of those places unless you're basically directly in front of the speakers. So let's talk about entry requirements really quick. For both guys and girls, you gotta be 21 or over on a regular day. But if there's a concert going on, then they usually lower that age to 18 and over. And then if there's another event going on that's not a concert, like for example the vintage market, they won't ID you at all. So it's really a case-by-case basis. I strongly recommend that you check their Instagram or the Eventbrite page for the event that's happening on the day that you want to go. Now let's talk about ticket pricing. Now for the most part, whenever there isn't an event going on, you can get into Gramps for free. There's no cover. However, whenever there is an event, it's typically gonna run you somewhere between 15 and 30 bucks. And there are those special times where it's gonna go above that. Like for example, I've seen a show that starts at 200 bucks. So it really all depends. As far as drinks go, they have a standard bar, so if you've been going out for any period of time, you have a good idea of what to expect. For your beers, you can expect the usual suspects, like your Becks, your Heinekens, your Miller Lights, etc., etc. But I just want to point out that they do have a few IPAs and a few off-the-wall beers. They have like a Swedish cider called Rekorderlig. Might be butchering that name. Then they also have a beer called the Dogfish Sea Quench. So they have a few surprises up their sleeve. And then their cocktail menu is rotating as well, but they have their own special takes on certain drinks. And for both the beers and the cocktails, I'll be throwing screenshots so you can take a look for what was being offered during that day, so you have an idea. Another added bonus of Gramps is that they also serve food that tastes really good. I would say their biggest attraction in terms of food, it'd be their pizza. It's thin, like New York style pizza. I'm not the biggest New York style pizza person, so I don't have much to compare it to, but I will say that it tastes good, and I pretty much get it every single time I come here. They also sell wings, garlic knots, and fries, but I highly, highly, highly recommend that you try the pizza. And in case it went over your head, on Thursdays, this place does host drag shows, which means that they are very LGBTQ plus friendly. So they're accepting of everyone. You don't really have to worry about that if you were, and if you weren't, keep on. Overall, Gramps is definitely a great bar to come visit. They're one of the only few venues left, or bars left as well, that actively play rock music. And yeah, they don't play rock every day, I'm not saying that at all, but they mix it up. Sometimes they'll play rock, sometimes they'll play what's on the radio, sometimes they'll play throwbacks from the 2000s, sometimes they'll play EDM. You can find a little mixture of everything here, which is what's great. They're also one of the few bars that sells food late into the night, so if you're hungry, you might end up here, and the food actually tastes good. So make sure to come give it a try whenever you have the chance. And on that note, that'll be it for the video. If there are any clubs, bars, restaurants, or even hotels that you'd like to see me review, please leave a comment below because I will be reading all of them and I will be using them for future videos. Make sure to follow our Instagram and TikTok, like the video and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already, just so you can see more of what we have going on in Miami. Now with all of that being said, thanks for watching, I appreciate you. Until next time, I'm Neil Rice, and I'm signing out. Peace.